Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Real Estate Refresh. I've got an exciting and kind of funny session lined up for you guys today. We're going to be covering just how much lousy photography can affect the sales price of your home. Specifically, I've got 5 statistics on real estate photography. Honestly, I've been doing this for 15 years. I've never even seen statistics like this. You're going to love them. 3 poorly photographed homes and how much it costs each of the sellers. I think you're going to be blown away with the third example. It's a lot of money. Let's just put it that way. We also have 1 amazingly photographed home. We're going to talk about how much extra the seller made on that one. And then last but not least, we're going to be putting this all together in an easy understand picture. My name's Nat Ferguson, owner of Ferguson Realty. If you can hear me right now, would you just hit the like button, maybe the love button? Let me know you can hear my audio today and also where you guys are watching from. Very good, very good. All right, good to see you. Good to see you too. So I've got a couple people just starting to show up here. So again, if you're just joining me, we're going to be talking about just how much lousy photography can cost you on the sale of your home. I've got 3 examples. I chose not to put the address in there for obvious reasons. What I did put in there was the pictures and what I thought that they did wrong, and then also how much actually it ended up costing the seller. So what I did on each of these poorly photographed images is I just looked at what they originally listed it for, looked at the days on market, and then I looked at the final sales price. And I think I started in descending order from the person who lost the least amount of money to the person who lost a lot of money due to poorly executed photography on their listings. I see Renee is here, Alyssa, good to see you guys. Thank you for hitting the love button. I appreciate your support. Well, listen, tonight's session is heavily influenced by images. So rather than me sitting here and being the talking head that I usually am, what I did is I put together a keynote presentation, and I can actually share that with you so you can kind of walk through and look at these pictures with me. But before we jump in there, I'm going to share the statistics I just found. 5-10 minutes ago, they're fresh statistics on the importance and the effect of real estate photography being in a digital age, right? Everybody has got a little screen in front of their face or a big screen in front of their face like I do right now. So our first impressions that we come in contact, especially when we're looking at things to purchase, doesn't matter if you're on Amazon shopping for a new belt or a pair of shoes or something as important as real estate. We're heavily influenced by the images that we can see on whatever device we're looking at. Can you guys hear my audio okay? Can you just let me know, Alyssa, Renee? If you guys can hear my audio, just give me a thumbs up right there, and then I will get on with this presentation. I think you're going to enjoy the images here. All right, thank you for the thumbs up, guys. Appreciate it. All right, so I'm going to just switch my screen over now. So you're going to stop looking at me. You're going to start looking at the presentation. And if you're just joining me, okay, got it. All of your responses just came through. Perfect. So if you're just joining me tonight, we're talking about just how much lousy photography can cost you when you're selling your home. I'm going to show you I'm going to switch my screen here, and I'm going to take you guys over. And if you can see that keynote screen, would you just let me know? Can you give me a thumbs up on the keynote screen that you can see that? All right, it should be showing up just fine. And I'm going to walk you through our very first slide. And I particularly think this one is funny. I call it the mirror selfie. The mirror selfie. If you can see the picture, in the doorway is a man holding a camera. And it looks like it's probably a cell phone based upon the quality of the image that I'm seeing. God. And Alyssa, do you remember which property this is? I bet you do. So the reason I wanted to start with this one is for one very simple reason. My buyer's specialist here in our office, Maureen Allard, she has a knack for going out and finding houses that most buyers probably wouldn't look at based upon the photography. So, and this is a real picture. This is a real picture of a property that and you guys know this, we're in a seller's market, right? She goes out and ends up getting this property for our clients for almost $20,000 less than the asking price because nobody was making appointments to come over and look at this place. Nobody was coming to look at it. Can you blame them? Look at this guy standing here with this camera. That's example number one. If you're liking it so far, you guys hit the love button. Let me know you're enjoying this. Hey, Michelle, what's up? Thank you for joining us. Good to see you. Hit the love button. Let me know you guys can hear my audio. And we're covering just how much lousy photography can affect the sales price of your home. All right. Moving on. Wait until you see this next one. All right, guys. The next slide here is one of my favorites. It's the no flash, and I had to add my little emoji there on the picture, and my tangle of electronics, which I highlighted with that red arrow. Let me tell you this. The property was actually really nice, and they actually did a good job upgrading it, but because people are so consumed with how something looks before they ever make an appointment to go see it. This is about 5 doors down from our house, right? I mean, it's essentially across the street from the ocean. They sold it for $49,000 less than their asking price. Okay. This was a $1.5 million property. Do you guys think that those pictures look like would that look like a $1.5 million property just based upon the images that you see there? I can't imagine that anybody in this room would tell me that looks like 1.5 million. And by the way, if you were either the realtor that was at the property or if you were the photographer, whoever the guy was holding the camera, don't you think he could probably have untucked those electronics and hit them around the corner? You know what I mean? Anyways, I got a kick out of that one. Before I move on to the next slide real quick, guys, I'm going to flip the screen back around here because I've got the next one. The next one is you're going to enjoy. All right, you guys. So real quick, I don't want to skip over because we're just kind of looking at the pictures now. I wanted to share these statistics with you, which I think are very interesting. Those of you that are on the Facebook Live here, that you're realtors or you work in the real estate business or maybe you're in the photography business. Grace says, hi, Daddy. You guys are going to enjoy these statistics. And in fact, I would encourage you to steal them and use them with anybody you're talking to. So 83% of buyers cited pictures as very important. 83% said they were very important. So it would stand to reason that if the pictures look lousy, you're not going to get people to come over and look at your listings. And if you're not having people come look at your listings, the days on market continue to add up. And if that happens, well, you just lost leverage. The next statistics I thought was interesting was listings with professional photos receive 118% more online views. 118% online views. That doesn't seem surprising to me at all, but I don't think people who don't work in the business can grasp how important it is when people are, so busy. We're all zipping by looking at text messages or Facebook or emails or whatever. If you don't have a beautiful image to stop and get your attention, we call that stopping power, you're going to see a dramatic decline in the percentage of people that are viewing those images online. So 118% more online views. Here's another interesting one. Only 15% of listings have high quality photography. Wait a second. With half of them they're over $1 million listings, and they're using low quality images. That's quoting the Wall Street Journal. Let me say that one again. Only 15% of listings have high quality photography, with half of over $1 million listings using low quality photography. You saw that last one I showed you. That last property was a $1.5 million property. They didn't use a flash, and they left a bunch of, I'm looking at it here, they left a bunch of wires hanging out, or I don't even know what it is. I can't even tell now, but whatever it is, it's not professional photography. All right, I've got two more for you guys. Buyers spend 60% of their time, and I'm just going to look down and read it. I know I'm breaking eye contact, but I don't want to misquote. Buyers spend 60% of their time looking at listing photos. 60%. And only 20% each on the listing description and agent description. Do you know how much time I spend on wordsmithing the description for my listings? I mean, Alyssa knows I spend like all sorts of time. But it doesn't matter because people are spending 60% of their time looking at the photos. So even if you're a lousy wordsmith and you are an agent who knows the importance of professional photography, you hire a professional photographer. All right, here's the last statistic, and then we'll move on to our other ugly example. Homes with professionally photographed pictures can sell for $19,000 more. I'm going to say that one more time. Homes with professionally photographed pictures can sell for up to $19,000 more. I found that last statistic very interesting because when I show you the last example here, it's almost exactly to the dime what that last statistic told us. All right. Here we go. What's up, Richard? How you doing, buddy? Thanks for joining us today. And again, guys, we're covering just how much lousy photography can affect the sales price of your home. Here's our third example. Look at this place. Guys, I couldn't even get the picture to fill up the slide because it was shot in such low resolution on somebody's flip phone that if I stretched it out anymore, it would just look grainy. I mean, I see stuff that's shot on the new Polaroid cameras that looks better than this. Can you believe this picture? I mean, seriously, look at this picture. Uh-oh, sorry, guys. So, look, do you see how much this person lost? The seller sold it for $149,000 less than the asking price. By the way, I went through all of the pictures on this one to see if I was like maybe missing something. There was only 4 pictures. This was the first picture, right? We call that, that main image is, what am I thinking of? I'm losing my train of thought on what we call it. But basically, it's the money shot, right? So that's the first image anybody sees online. That property was listed for $1,299,000. That's the job that the realtor did for their clients. Now, I don't have an emoji of a flip phone, so I apologize. I just put a little black telephone on there. But I thought it was hilarious because, to me, it looks worse than what you would do with a flip phone. By the way, 4 total pictures. They were all equally as bad as that picture. Is it any surprise that it sold for $149,000 less than asking price? I don't think anybody would agree that it's surprising. All right, guys, last example. So I gave you the 3 worst examples, and now I'm going to give you one great example. Now, some of the people on the live chat tonight are going to recognize this one, but I think it's important to demonstrate. Remember that last statistic I gave you? Homes with professionally photographed pictures can sell for up to $19,000 more. Well, if you're the kind of person that likes to draw parallels between statistics and reality, this one is going to make sense to you guys. This one was one of our listings. Surprise, surprise. Yes, I picked one of our listings, and you know what? I really think we did a great job on this one. And here's why. Yes, we use a professional photographer, of course, but it's the attention to detail that we put into each of these photography sessions that makes the difference. Let's be honest. Anybody with a couple $100 or a couple $1,000 can hire a videographer or a photographer and have them come over and walk around the home that you're going to be putting for sale. It's the little things that we do, the attention to detail, that makes these stand out. Now, this is one of our examples. This property was huge. There was several of us out there, including Grace, my daughter, helping us squirt down and wet down the sidewalks and the street and the yard and the grass so the greens look greener and the landscape kind of has a little bit of a shine to it. It's the attention to detail on the outside and then the attention to detail on the inside. For example, if you look at the light staging that we did right there to that dining room table, the yellows, the greens, the oranges, the blues that really make that show so much nicer. We had people lined up outside of this property for our very first open house. We had 67 people come through this open house. And yes, just like the statistics say, we ended up selling it for $20,000 more than asking price. By the way, we got 4 offers on it, all of them much higher than our asking price. So if you guys enjoyed this today, let me know. That's right, Maureen. That's right. Those were the same clients that sold this home on the last slide were the ones that ended up getting a smoking deal over here with the guy that has the mirror selfie image. I thought that was very entertaining. Thank you for pointing that out, Maureen. That's it, you guys. I just wanted to take some time and share with you what we look at every single day. And sometimes it makes us laugh. Sometimes it makes us cry, because when you see people that are missing out on, getting the extra $20,000, or the people like that, that third slide there, that poor guy lost 100 and whatever, what was that? $149,000. That doesn't need to happen. Listen, thank you for your time. Thanks for joining me here on Real Estate Refresh. It's a live show that I do every single week to bring you actionable real estate information. In the interim, if you have any friends or family, maybe neighbors or coworkers that are thinking about buying or selling, we would certainly appreciate your referrals. Guys, have a great rest of the week. We'll see you next week.